us on this beautiful Friday in the Coastal Bend. Al Raymond, Director of Development Services. This is our monthly Development Services Task Force meeting. We hold these meetings obviously to engage and share information, things we're working on, ideas, approaches. We try to get other groups to come in and talk, to speak to issues, development related issues. So we've got some subjects to discuss here. So without further ado, let's get started. Give us a second here.
Good morning, everyone. Nina Nixon-Mendez, Assistant Director. Andrew will be providing our land development update.
Thanks, Nina. Introduce with Development Services to you. Just a quick land development update. As far as positions are concerned, we posted the second senior planner position. We didn't have an applicant come through on the first round, but no worries. We are hoping to have another round of applicants that will fit well and serve the city of Corpus Christi. As far as planning technician concerned, we had our final planning technician position filled, and Sahadra began on June the 1st. So she was already beginning working on plats, so that'll speed up our process just that much more. Now, concerning the planning process, as you know, a couple of meetings we've discussed about how we can rework the planning process in general and reinstitute some items that are already DDC concerning master development plans or the master preliminary plats. Now, we were kind of on pins and needles for a little bit because the state had several bills going through simultaneously. The most prominent was House Bill 4447, which would drastically affect the 30-day shot clock and what documents would be considered for completeness checked. Fortunately, all of these bills failed at the state legislature, both this House bill and its sister bills, both on the Senate and House side. So we can continue to move forward with that plotting process update. Also, back on staff positions, we've posted the contracts and funds administrator position that is going through review as we speak, as well as the engineer 4 address, and we are also interviewing. And then lastly, we are completing the UDC interviews for the RFP today. So hopefully we will have a selection fairly soon and we can start the process to be specific focus on Article 8 of the UDC, which are all things subdivision design. And of course, we will have other things like landscaping, regards, parking, also part of that process. And that's all I have for the land development update. Are there any specific questions? Okay, hearing that, I will pass the ball back to Nigel.
Thank you, Andrew. Related to our trust fund balance, as you know, council had approved the River Ridge Unit 4 lift station reimbursement agreement. And with that action, we transferred funds from all of the 4 into one account, the sanitary sewer truck system account. And there was not sufficient funds to cover the entire allocation needed for the River Ridge Unit 4. So we've committed future funds. So essentially that is leaving a negative balance right now. It's minus $239,234.89. Now we anticipate in the next couple of months that all of those funds will be, all of those revenues will be deposited to cover this this negative balance currently. So that is where we stand with the trust fund balance. So again, we think in about 2 to 3 months, we'll have sufficient funds and we can, begin to consider additional projects at that time. With our city participation funds, again, this is our bond funding for developer participation. Our combined total funds available is about 2.4 million. And we do have two projects that again are pending, they're under consideration. And so that is all I have to report today. Any questions?
Okay. On to the building division.
All right, building division, I'm Michael Dyson, the Assistant Director, Development Services over the building and plan review, permits, inspections. First, some staff hires. Again, we continue to aggressively hire to fill vacancies within the inspections and plan review divisions. We've hired Joe Irwin and Stephen Carr to fill an electrical inspector and backfill Bill's old position in the plumbing inspection division. We are almost at full staff at inspections. We do have some offers out. Again, current vacancies, we have a plan reviewer position that's vacant that has an offer out. We have a building inspector position vacant. That gentleman has accepted and will be starting soon. We have compliance inspector. We just finished interviews this week and have an offer out. We have two permit technicians. The selections have been placed with HR this week. Section supervisor, the interviews will begin shortly. It was just closed online. The customer service representative, that is filling Virginia's old position. Everybody that has called in for the last decade or so, 2 decades, knows Virginia. She retired recently, so this is filling her position that is posted. And a new position we've created, a development coordinator position, that is posted as well. So again, we're aggressively trying to get these hires out and get up to 100% staff. Again, our numbers are reflecting the full staff, and again, we're pretty excited about all the new people that we have coming on. As everybody knows, we're moving into hurricane season, so we tend to send these emails out to everybody. Please, if you're on the call, make sure you get on our email blast list so we can get these out. As tropical storms and hurricanes approach, we will send emails out to secure your job sites. Specifically securing the equipment on the site, if there's any left out there. Secure the materials. We don't want anything to go airborne, as you can see from the picture there. It's not only your job sites that can be damaged, it's your neighboring properties as well. And again, we'll send you notifications to temporarily remove inlet protection measures. Again, don't remove those until we send the email, but we want to make sure that everybody's proactive. We'll produce these, or we'll send these notifications out through email and our social media, including Facebook, LinkedIn, and so forth. So again, check your social media, check your emails as we have storms develop in the Gulf, and that way everybody can have safe job sites. Finally, hot topics. As we've talked about the last couple of months, the drainage requirements under IB8 and the engineered wood product IB10 went into effect June 1st. Again, these are basic requirements. Just to clarify, your post and pre and post drainage for building permits specifically related to infill. Engineered wood products discusses the LVLs and such within a design and how things can be and can't be modified and what we ask. We've seen a lot of improvement with the IB out there and the discussions we've had with the development community. Again, we continue to have these conversations as we move forward to make these a better process. Copper clad wiring was an issue that came up last week, 2 weeks ago. Again, we continue to look at copper clad wiring. We are allowing it at this time. It is allowed by code. It is not exempted under the current code adoption. But we are moving into the last item, the I-codes, the 2021 I-codes. We begin those discussions next week. We have committees that will address each of the codes through a informal committee. Those codes, once the committees have gone through, made any changes, recommended changes to that as local amendments, we'll put that together and take it to the Construction Trade Advisory Appeals Board for presentation. We'll take it to Planning Commission for briefing, and we'll take it to City Council ultimately for approval beginning of next year. So we'll run through these I-code meetings for the next few months into the fall. We'll do a public outreach throughout this entire process with more specific meetings towards the end before we start briefing on having the public hearings at, again, Construction Trade Advisory Appeals Board, Planning Commission, and City Council. So I know I was speaking like a used car salesman, but does anybody have any questions on the building division?
Okay, thank you. As Michael said, it is hurricane season, so please be prepared. I mean, we've kind of been spared the last 2 seasons, so to speak, so hopefully that trend will continue, but it always pays to be prepared. I wanted to start off by saying in the director's report, we had hoped to have this meeting face to face in June. Obviously, we weren't successful in that. We are still looking for a venue. Our former venue where we used to meet is being remodeled, and then that venue is going to be where council chambers will be for a while the council chambers are remodeled. So we are searching and looking and seeking to find where we can have a forum where we can meet face to face in the month of July. So stay tuned. Hopefully we'll find something very soon and push that out to all of you, and hopefully you can join us. It'd be great to see everyone again face to face. You know, council chambers have been open for council meetings. Planning commission meetings are face to face now. A lot of the other committees have gone back to in-person meetings. So hopefully we can have our next task force meeting face to face. We just, as I said, need to find a venue, and we will do that. And so stay tuned to all of our social media, and hopefully we can get that out to you here shortly. Our revenues, our expenses and revenues are really pretty good, right? We had budgeted about this time to be at 4.1 in revenue. We are actually at 4.9, and even though our expenditures are at 6.1, keep in mind those expenditures. So we're tracking well with revenue, right? But those expenditures take into account 2 major things. One, the building renovation, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and development services contribute the lion's share of the master planning and impact fee study costs. So good things are happening, and I hope overall we'll begin to see the benefits of that. I wanted to share this with you. As of June 1st, right, the city of Corpus Christi owns the building that we're in. You know, a round of applause, right? Which is why we're doing the renovation project that we're doing. But in addition to that, next week, by the end of next week, there'll be a new sign on the building. So we're going to remove the Frost Bank sign, and we're going to put up a City of Corpus Christi sign and logo on both faces. What's the north and the west face?
Yes.
Yes. So anyway, but so that's a change that's coming. It'll be great. Hopefully, what I want to do is have the remodel include, some update to our facade, not just the interior, but really the update to our facade, landscaping, parking, kind of beautify the building as well as its surroundings. So that's something that we're looking forward to, and hopefully you'll see that soon too. As we didn't share with you is that we completed our reviews of the RFQ for the architectural engineering group that will work with to design the remodel. We've completed those reviews. We'll be evaluating them and hopefully selecting a firm and taking that firm to council July, August time period. So it's moving, not as fast as we like, but it is moving, and I'm really excited about that. On coming meetings, we'll bring to you several things. One, I wanted to talk to this group about our being DSD's FY 21-22 budget process, but we're going to do that next at our next meeting, kind of let you know where we are, the things we're wanting to put in our budget so that we can help continue to move the city and the department forward. In the engineering department, I think we'll present to this group in July, engineering and public works on new street design manual. The Parks Department will talk to this group regarding community enrichment fees, sometime after that. So will the Utilities Department. So we've got, we want to be able to bring at least one department that has something to contribute and share, with the overall development process, as well as we're going to bring Texas Department of Insurance here to talk about their issues with windstorm design, and of course TxDOT as well. Thank you, Michael. So we've got a lot of things planned for the summer and into the fall. So please stay tuned. I think it'll be great. Having said that, let's go to our performance metrics. As Michael said, and Andrew said, we're trying to hire to fill the vacancies that we have, and the people that we hire, we're not just getting bodies. We're trying to get people who know what they're doing, who can perform, and our new hires, the hires we recently have made, are already showing dividends, right? So it may take a while, but we're looking for the right fit, the right person. Because I think it's important to the success of our group. So overall, in the month of May, we received 530 planned building permit applications, if you will. 423 of those were residential, right? And our average turnaround time in the month of May was 2.23, and our goal is 3 working days. So that's pretty good. Of the 530 that were submitted, 107 were commercial plans, and our average turnaround time in the month of May was 7.9. And for commercial plans, our goal is 10 working days. So again, we're ratcheting it up, and we're improving, and we're a little excited about that. The total permits submitted in the department, throughout the department in the month of May, was 1,978. That's anything from a roof permit to a new commercial building. And of that 1,978, 1,341 were trade permits. And of those 1,341, we've issued in the month of May 1,054 permits. Zoning applications in the month of May were 10. 10 were submitted. Total number of plating applications, and forgive me for this is a typo here, but it should be 15 plat applications submitted in the month of May. 15 were accepted. 13 were approved by Planning Commission, right? So again, we're showing signs of improvement in that process overall. We're still looking at our plating and zoning to be more efficient in how we do those, how we process those, and be more transparent in that overall process. The total number of public improvement plans submitted, 3, right? We reviewed those. Our turnaround time in the month of May was 18. Our goal is 25, so we're still doing good there. And as you see finally here, the total number of inspections resulted in May were 3,519. We would like to be at a rate of 85% next day service. We were in the month of May, we're at 79%, so we're still creeping up there. But as Michael shared, we're almost full staff in our inspections. That's building, mechanical, electrical, plumbing. So hopefully when our June numbers come out, we'll be, approaching 85 really quickly. That was kind of a quick, brief overview. Are there any? Great, thank you very much. This is kind of a graphic representation of the permits in the month of May that were issued, right? And it's divided by council district. I think it's a great graphic presentation. You can kind of get it's kind of a thumbnail view of really what's happening in our city, right? There's a lot of activity in District 1 and District 3, which are kind of similar. Not a lot of activity in District 2, where I live, but look at District 5 and District 4. There's huge activity. So in the upper left-hand corner, we just listed some large commercial projects in those various districts, so you can kind of see what's going on in your area. This is going to be posted on our website. so that, anyone can look at it and consume this information at any time. But it's just a great, quick thumbnail view of, what's happening in our city. So, having said all of that, this is a very quick meeting, but does anyone have any questions or comments or any comments at all?
Al, hey, it's Trey Summers, Hogan Homes. Hey, real quick and I know that with Yvette taking over everything over there, she's learning the ins and outs, but do y'all think that y'all have the fiscal permit history reports updated on the website soon? I think the last one was April.
They should be. So Trey, on that one, our goal is to have those out the second Wednesday of each month. So they should be there now because we need those reports to get these metrics for these meetings.
Okay.
So,
Look, the other day that April was the last one, so I'll go ahead and I'll double check it. If it's not there, I'll let you know.
Yeah, we have it set on our schedule to send it to the information group to put on our website the second Wednesday of each month. So if it's not there after that, then please let us know.
Okay, sounds good. And just a shout out to Yvette, you're doing an awesome job taking over. So good. Just want to give you a round of applause for everything you're doing. So thank you.
Hey, what about us?
Well, Al, you're the longest tenured director, I believe. So you're doing an outstanding job.
Thank you so much, sir. Anyone else? Any questions? Any comments?
Yeah, Al, this is Bart. Congratulations again on being the longest serving director, and we will be getting you a trophy and a round of applause.
That's not necessary, but thank you so much, sir. I just want to say our next meeting is July 9th, and as I said, hopefully we'll have a physical venue where we can all meet and face to face again. But if not, we'll still proceed like this. But hopefully we will. So we'll certainly engage and reach out well in advance of that. And other than that, you guys have a great Friday and a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.